Hey guys, what's going on? What's the deal? What's happening? It's your another great, exciting, interesting segment of Someone Online TV. What? Whoa, what's going on, everybody? All right, how are you? Hello. And what is up for today? What? All right, before we begin, right? The what's still on there. Just wave my highs and hellos, All right, how's it going, everybody? Good. All right, so let us start by beginning this topic. Yes, we all need to find out what's going on, what's, new and what's flying, in all of the above. Remember, I'm in the default settings. So anyway, guys, how are you doing today anyway? Yes, we have a lot to talk about, but also a little bit to talk about. So it's kind of like a lot in a little. We're just going to try to bundle it up in one package and just talk about it as we go along. All right. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, very interesting topic that we have, and today we're going to be talking about how you and your family can receive a free COVID test kit. What? All right, let's get started on that, okay? Okay, guys, all right. Hopefully you can see that very well. Okay, so we're going to give you a site, a link that's at the bottom, right? It's called www.covidtest.gov. Or you can see the link above me, right? That says covidtest.gov. You can even click that. You can even just write that right there, right? And it'll take you directly to this link right here, which will say get free at-home COVID test 19 kits. Let me repeat that. It says get free at-home COVID-19 test. All right, every home in the U.S. is eligible to order 4 free at-home COVID-19 tests. The tests are completely free. Orders will be usually shipped. Let me repeat that. It will usually be shipped within 7 to 12 days. Order your test kits now so you have them with you when you need them, which is a very vital item to have, whenever you need to do the test right there in front of everybody, or 15 minutes or less, you can have your answer, in case you're very curious, And also these tests are very, very valuable, because you might need to hold on to them, right? Because for the long run, we have to, do these constant tests in order to find out if we have it or not, So very important. Now keep in mind, I'm not advertising this, because, for the federal government, because we all know they still take a lot of taxes out of us. I'm only doing this because it's free, FREE, meaning that you can get these kits and they're going to send them to you at your house, right? 4 of them, right? At no cost to you. All right. I think the government already paid for it, so it's just kits that are just going to come in. So make sure you get on board on that. So when you see the site right here, right, the display in the back, what you're going to do first, right? Here. What you're going to do first is click the order free at home test kits. You're going to click that over there, okay? So we're going to do that now, okay? So once you click it, but before you do, right, there's some very amazing benefits that go with it, there's some like policies and plans in there, but we'll get to all that later. Okay. The test kits are available to order, are rapid antigens at home test kits. This means you don't have to stick them all the way into your nose. You just can stick them right on the outer side of it, right? And that's pretty cool because we remember how the tests were in the past. Wow, not a pretty sight. So this is pretty new, revolutionary, so it's good. So I know I said 15 minutes, but it says 30 minutes. So I guess that's okay. There's some tests that can give you the results in 15 minutes, but hey, 30 minutes is okay. You can grab a cup of coffee and just relax and just wait on it. Or play a video game or something, What I was going to get at, let's read what it says right there. Our rapid antigens are at-home kits, not PCR, can be taken anywhere, given results within 30 minutes, no lab drop-off required, amazing. Works whether or not you have COVID symptoms, works whether or not you are up to date on your COVID-19 vaccine, are also referred to as self-test or over-the-counter or OTC test. So very interesting, very cool. But even still, you just need it just in case, because, in the near future, you're going to probably want to retest yourself, and it's good to have it, at the viable time. So yeah, very, very good. All right, let's begin the next slide. Okay, very, very interesting. So this is very, very essential for every family household, Now, keep in mind, I do understand that for test kits, when you have a family maybe larger than normal, so you might have to pick and choose, as to who would get tested and who doesn't. And yes, they should have brought more than just 4 test kits. I understand that. I get that, But at least have something, rather than to have nothing. If you think, you would have to pick and choose. It's kind of like, I don't know how to say this, because life is valuable. You just have to make a wise decision on who would get tested and who wouldn't. You know what I mean? And that's a very hard decision to make, and I understand that. But yes, the rest of the family will have to go out and wait on the test, the testing sites, and make sure you pick a good test site and not somebody that's just wanting your DNA, because yeah, that's bad if somebody actually gets your DNA and they're not a reputable, government agency. So yeah, your DNA is very valuable, I could say. It could be used for many different things. Like for instance, if somebody commits a crime, right, they can drop 2 droplets of your DNA, right, and that person can be committed for a crime. And that's just some of the easy stuff that can happen with your DNA. And so you want to make sure that your DNA is going to the proper authorities. I mean that, okay? And hopefully, if you don't feel comfortable, right, on a test site, make sure you report it to the FBI. Their website and their links are, down in the description. If you feel like they're going to ask you certain things like, hey, it's going to cost this much, or hey, we're going to need your fingerprints, along with your DNA, that's a red flag to say, well, hey, you don't need all this. It's time to call the feds on this one. But what I'm getting at is, you just never know. You don't want your DNA to be in the bad hands. You want to have a reputable person that's going to take care of it, do the test, and give you the proper results, and that's approved, by the, the proper authorities, like the CDC. So yeah, with that being all said, let's begin now. These are all the positive and negative. So what if your test is negative? A negative at home results means that your test did not find the virus and you may not have a lower risk of spreading the COVID-19 to others. Check the kit's instructions and specifically next test. And if your test is negative, you should test it again for a few days within 24 hours between tests. Interesting. Okay, now let's read the positive. A positive at-home test means the result that your test found that you have the virus and you're very likely to have COVID-19. You have a positive test at home, follow the latest CDC guidelines, and isolation. So now that you know what a negative and a positive is, right? We got that kind of narrowed down. So that should be self-explanatory, but we just want to put that into perspective anyway, So let's get started on the next task. Ordering this stuff. Yes. So you're going to see this next, right? You're going to see this link next, right? It's going to say on the top UPS, right? And it's going to say order your at-home COVID test kits right here. It's going to have some information here, right? It's going to have what you're going to receive, right? It's in the picture down below. And so yes, when you see this, right, make sure it's exactly what you're seeing. If you don't see this link right here, right, then there's a problem. Make sure everything matches, right, to, what you're going to order, because you're going to put your personal information on here. So yeah. So now, here's where you're going to put your personal information. Your first name, your last name, right, your email address, and also the shipping addresses. And you're going to fill all that below, right there, right? And at this corner right here, where I'm looking at right now, it's going to say, checkout now. And if you notice right there, it says total $0.00. That means you don't have to pay for anything, okay? You're providing this information. You're sending it off to the government, right? And you get the test kits that should be coming in. So I don't know how self-explanatory that is, but yeah, hopefully that part helps a little bit. But yeah. All right. So hope we all learned a valuable lesson, and how to order these. And hopefully that's going to help you out. But please, place an order very soon. 7 to 12 days is a long time, right? So you want to place your order as soon as possible. When you see this video, place an order. And also, we want you to share this video. I want you to share this video with all your friends. With all your friends on social media. With all your friends everywhere. It's valid in the United States. So within the 50 states. I don't know about Hawaii. I got to check again. But they said it's valid within the U.S. So make sure you order. That way you have your 4 free test kits. And at least you have something to test, in the near future if you feel like you have it or not, Keep that test kits in your medical, like your first aid kits and everything like that. If you don't feel like you need to use them, that's fine. Don't use them. Hold on to them. They are very valuable kits. And these kits, they're going to go up in value. I mean, wow. So if you have at-home test kits, right, they're already going up in value. It's going to be ridiculous. This is going to be like a gold bar. So, not to say it's proper for resale. You shouldn't think of it like that. No. You should think of it as a survival tool for yourself. And not something that you can use to make profit. Because, you could think of it that way. But isn't your health valuable more than enough? Your health should be more valuable, Or your kids' health should be more valuable. So that's the reason why the government's giving it to you. Not to resell, but to use it when it is necessary to use it. But if you feel like you don't want to use those, and you feel like going to the test sites, that's fine too. But like, I would have this in your first aid kit, just in case, you know. You're out there in the woods, somebody gets sick, right? While you're camping, you want to know if that person's infected, right? And so you have the kit on you right then and there. 30 minutes later, you're going to know. So with that being said, thanks again, guys, so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And always remember, we do have updates, but when we get around to posting them, we're going to post them, you know. But with that being said, thanks again, guys, so much for watching. I do appreciate it. And y'all have a good one, okay? All right. And with that being said, goodbye.